DR's with us right now. DR, I assume you watched the Chelsea game tonight. How impressed were you with the young lads?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on the terrace. I'm really pleased with the way Maresca's managing our team. We had, I think, George, right wing, academy graduate came on, and we had we subbed on another kid. It's just really good to see. Obviously we've got our own troubles with some youth players not getting minutes, like defenders. I think Josh Achempong and agents, so they're fighting there for minutes. But the way he's managing this club, the whole squad, is exactly what I needed, especially from previous managers prior. I know it was all messy, but that's what you needed to do. Just be a bit cutthroat. This is the A team. This is the B team. We're attacking well. We've got a structure. We've got two wingers on both sides. So Madueke is obviously our A string. And then we got B string wingers that can come in. And the strikers as well. That's what Nkuku, Giyu, and what's his name? Jackson. So now we've got three strikers that are playing for us. And it's just the way Maresca's managing it is good to see. I like how we build up.
Can I ask you a question about the A and the B team? Which of the B team players do you think is knocking hardest on the door to get into the A team?
For me, the one B team player that's really knocking on the door has got to be Nkuku. But my only issue with Nkuku, and I think Chelsea fans are beginning to realize this, is that he does not stretch the pitch like a Jackson. The numbers that you're going to see on Nkuku's side will always be flattering, but look at what he's playing against. He's playing against, with respect, like lower level teams in the Conference League. And the threat of injury is a bit, for me, scary. Another one that I really think should have more of a look in is definitely, I can't believe I'm saying this, is Mudryk. Like every single time he's playing, like he's surprising me. Like he's doing things. He's learning. Like he's beginning to learn how to play football. Like I remember when we first signed him, and it just felt a bit academy boy. Like he just felt green, but he's beginning to learn how to like calm down, cut in, take crosses. I think the bigger thing is crosses. I always knew he could like play make, but his crossing has improved slightly. And think about it. Madueke is beginning to slip a little bit, and Neto doesn't play on the left anymore. Sancho is in injury kind of spell right now. So you kind of have to go with the Mudryk.
I did hear a rumor about Sancho, actually.
I've
heard about Sancho. Sancho's injury and illness coincides with the new release of Call of Duty. I don't know if there's any correlation in that. So I saw a tweet about it the other day. It made me laugh. It's not that obviously.
That's the same with Luke Shaw, man. Really? Luke Shaw's in remission.
People are doing up mad conspiracies about Sancho. But listen, I agree. I was really impressed with Mykhailo Mudryk tonight. And look, I actually think you need to give him another chance in the first team, because I think you need to test whether or not he's ever going to be good enough. Does that make sense? It's almost like your confidence is there now. There's a start or two in the first team. Show us that you're Chelsea level, or you cash in on him, if that makes sense. Because I think that as much as you've got two teams, eventually two teams are going to become, because again, you can have two teams when you're in the Conference League. If you make it back into the Champions League next season, you need one big team, if that makes sense, because you're not going to be able to rotate 10 to 11 players for your European night. So I do agree. I think he looks good. I think he just needs to be given, I'm not saying do it against Arsenal this weekend, but at some point, I think he's got to be given a fair run of games back in the first team again to see whether or not he's of that level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. And a player that I'm going to say, which is going to annoy a lot of Chelsea fans, but a player that I'm beginning to really lose. He played well, but I'm losing some faith in him is Enzo Fernandes, man. If we can sell him in due future, I'm for it. I'm just looking at him playing well today, and I'm thinking, why can't you do this for us in that A team? And it's like, I don't know, but
maybe other than that, accept it. He ain't A team material.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm personally. I'm very prepared to like cut our losses. Like net profit will not be good, but if
Inter will take him. You pay the wages. We did that for Man United with Alexis Sanchez, and then you just take him.
I really
we did it for
look at this poor man. Look at this little pauper here chatting to us Premier League teams. You little pauper, do one, bro.
We did it for Alexis Sanchez, and it's okay, bro. I'm being serious. Actually, I'm not just chatting out of my head. Barcelona and Inter Milan asked Chelsea for the possibility to loan Enzo Fernandes in January.
I hear you, mate. I hear you.
Enzo ain't going nowhere.
It is what it is. Are you still defending Enzo Fernandes, bro? Are you just
we're talking about his two favorite players right now, Mudryk and Enzo?
Is he serious?
He's ready.
Are you still defending Enzo Fernandes, Don?
What do you mean he's still defending? He's not in my best 11, so I don't know what we're doing here.
Okay, so I'm taking him on loan. You pay 75% of wages.
I still want him in my squad. Like today, he played well today.
Really? You would rather have Enzo?
Keep it in my squad. But anyway, this ain't a conversation. This ain't a conversation.
You're being stubborn, bro. You're being stubborn. You don't want to be wrong. You know what? You're wrong and strong now, Don. You're wrong. You don't want to admit that. Okay, you got it wrong. Enzo's not your Chelsea material. You got to admit it, bro. Just admit it.
No,
just
bro,
come on a show once. Admit that I was
player.
wrong about Enzo Fernandes. He's not the star I thought he would be. I just admit it, bro. Once, bro.
He's not in my best 11. I don't know what we're doing here.
Bro, he's not good enough for your team. It's okay. Your team aspires to play. Yeah. Okay, forget the 11. Your team is aiming to play. Okay, just listen. Your team next season is aiming to be Champions Leagues. There's not going to be Conference League. It's not going to be F9 and Noah's, bro. There's going to be Champions League football and aiming to win the Cups and Premier League. Enzo is not going to be good enough to play either in the Champions League or the Premier League. Am I wrong?
That's a fact. I'm wrong. We shall see. The story's going to
bro, he's still saying we shall see.
Speaking about Enzo Fernandes.
I'll tell you why we're speaking Enzo. A Chelsea fan on the show, DR, brought it up, and we didn't.
Thank you so much.
Just want to point that out. Chelsea fan brought it up, not us.
It's becoming a tired conversation.
Can I just say, I don't hate him. I don't think he's terrible. I don't think he's a horrible player. He's just for the fit for our team, the way we want to move forward. He's a bit too slow for it. He's very, very good. Let me tell you now. Listen, if you want Enzo Fernandes and you want to buy him 80 million, 60 million, come on, let's go. But he's a very good player.
That's a big drop. That's a big drop.
He's a very good player. You can have him.
But I think DR's onto something, though. The thing is, as I say, you guys have got an A and a B team right now, and you can rotate. Next season, that ain't possible. Especially if you're in the Champions League, you're going to be playing your A team twice a week. I think there's a number of your kind of B team players that will have to be moved on, not because they're too bad, but even if they're all good enough, you can't. It's so hard to keep a squad like that together and keep everybody happy. He's able to do it this season, and listen, I think Man United ended up doing you a favor by putting you in the Conference League because it enables you to do this and it enables people to build their confidence. But next season, I think you'll be a Champions League team, and therefore, some of these players are going to have to be moved on because they're just going to forget whether they're good enough or not. They just won't be happy barely starting games. Do you know what I mean? And you won't be able to keep them on the in case we get 10 injuries to the squad because that's not likely to happen. But